Welcome again to another episode of Counter-Strike Global Offensive, the one game that I always play on this new Funk channel. Okay, I'm playing on Payload Anchor, and I am currently using FK HUD, which is a TF2 HUD reminiscent of Counter-Strike Global Offensive. And it's a pretty nice HUD. It's kind of outdated. But that's not what I'm here to talk about. I'm here to talk about this new Gun-Mettle update, which is due to hit about tomorrow. Tomorrow? God, it's 1 a.m. and I have work tomorrow. I'm going to have to be snappy on editing this, otherwise I'm going to be late. So I kind of wanted to share my expectations on the update, my opinions on it, per se, and just giving you a good idea of what I'm thinking will come out of this update. So first of all, about a week ago I was talking to people on forums, I think it was like FacePunch, about what I was hoping I would see in the summer update. And basically, word for word, what I said was, if they add new maps, community or Valve made, and good rebalances, this will be the greatest summer ever. Because that's what makes the game fun for me. Having weapons to switch between, and having fun maps to play on. You know, you can have your new weapons, you can have your matchmaking, and that's great, and that's fine. But at the end of the day, there's so many like bad weapons already in the game that needed like desperately to be fixed. You know, some were direct upgrades, some were downright unfun to fight, some were just, why would you even touch it with a 10-foot stick? And it's good that they're finally doing something about that. So a lot of things people have been thinking, the Counter-Strike Global Offensive update, that's basically what this is, because they added reskins. And boy, wow, a lot of those reskins are kind of ugly. But, you know, some of them are nice. Some of them are nice. I don't know why they chose this. I mean, so basically, for the longest time, TF2 would spearhead this idea of testing content before it would ship in their other Valve titles. So, you know, TF2 is what started with their microtransactions and their crates and their keys and all of that. And those things eventually transferred over to, you know, CSGO and Dota. Because, you know, TF2 is the oldest of them all, so it had that room to test those things out, and it worked, and that's why you see them. And I think this is sort of returning the favor. Well, I don't know if the favor's returned, but basically now TF2's getting inspiration from CSGO. We're getting reskins, albeit kind of funny looking ones. Some of them do look cool, don't get me wrong, but I'm looking forward to it. Also, unusual weapons. We already have kill streak effects, we have unusual effects, we have kill streak sheens. By the year 2016, we're just gonna be giant balls of light running around shooting each other with bullets, which I'm fine with because, you know, light's fun to look at. So you don't look at too long, you're gonna go blind. But other than that, I'm fine with, you know, unusual weapons. Kind of messing with that whole silhouette thing that they had going on for a while, but whatever, it's their game. Also, you can now like look at your weapon, which is basically an idle animation for your view models, and that's cool because, you know, you get bored mashing between 1 and 2 when you're bored, like, oh, I'm gonna look at stuff move. Now you can actually look at stuff move, and that's cool. And I'm looking at the update page right now, and so part 2 of the update, which is probably my absolute favorite part of the update. So we have 4 new maps, 3 community maps and 1 Valve made map we've not seen about yet. But I'm looking forward to that because they finally added Snowplow. They were probably guilt-tripped into adding that. Suijin, this map, and Borneo. Fuck. Those really nice maps that everyone knows and has been waiting to be added. And also, lots of coolio new taunts, which I love because I have like every single taunt. And fucking Metal Gear taunt is so cool, and a heavy, unique one. So, looking like a pretty amazing update. But here's the kicker: they have overhauled so many freaking old weapons, and God, I love that because the one thing worse than adding new weapons that are bad, like Panic Attack, is not messing with all of these old weapons that desperately needed to be nerfed or buffed or just absolutely revamped. Like, you know, you had the lock and load and you had the babyface blaster, which are downright unfun to fight. And then you have things like the gunslinger, you have the sun on a stick, you have the Solemn Vow. There's so many things with issues, and it's great that they're actually trying to deal with that. I wonder if they mess with the Sun on the Stick. Nope. Sun on the Stick is still the worst weapon. That's good to know. But other than that, Heavy's gotten a lot of nice changes, and guess what? They aren't all nerfs. Oh my god, guys, there aren't all Heavy nerfs. That's crazy. It's beautiful. And I'd like to remind you that this update, well, the update page hit right during my UGC game with my Sixes team, and we were kind of out of whack while doing the game because all we could think about was like this new update and it's gonna completely shake the meta. We were so shaken up by this update, we ended up losing the match and a couple people quit the team. But the main point is, it's a really interesting update because I've been waiting for this. That's what makes a good update for me. If it has new maps, new rebalances, that'll keep me playing for a solid 6 months. Now, don't mistake my friendliness. I'm not saying wait another 6 months for another major update, because it was kind of suffering waiting for this update. But it's good to see that they're not doing nothing, although they kind of just slap new skins on the existing stock weapons, so that kind of is doing nothing. So probably the most interesting part of this update is the Gun-Mettle campaign, which is a $6 buy-in to basically get 2 contracts each week, which give you tasks. So this week you need to backstab some certain class, or you need to survive a certain amount of health taken in one life. And you're going to get 2 of these each week, and presumably whenever you complete a task, you're going to get a reskin, a weapon case, or I don't know if you can get like unusuals. I guess the weapon case is what you're going to get them from. But once you have all of this, you'll be able to get in part of the update. You're going to get the weapon skins. But there's so much just on the underbelly of this update. You know, now I guess players aren't going to drop weapons which are ammo, but instead they're going to drop ammo packs, and the weapons you pick up are going to be reskins instead. So it's complex because there's so much going on in this update. You know, so Heavy has been rebalanced a lot just as a class. Spy has been like majorly overhauled, just with like taking less damage. I think 20% less damage, while Cloak in general, the Dead Ringer is now like no one's gonna use it. Basically, a lot of stuff going on in this update, and I am very excited. Could they have done better? Sure, but God, I got what I wanted, and I'm looking forward to it. So please stop asking me what I think of this update, because I just told you, and it's probably going to be out tomorrow, and I'm probably going to be late. But, you know, whatever. I'll talk to you later. BB.